Well, it's Beatles Day, and that's one of my favorite Beatle tunes. It's called 8 Days a Week, and I think this is from 1964 when they first recorded it. I think it came out here a little bit later. And first I'm going to show you the chords to the intro, show you the intro move. Just keep in mind there's 3 different guitars. No, there's probably 4 or 5 different guitar parts on this song. So we're just going to do I'm going to do it the way I play it live. To better learn this song, get the free guitar blueprint with all the chords, tabs, lyrics, and more at jimmydillon.com/blueprint. It's totally free, and it'll help you learn this song a whole lot easier. Plus, there's a few surprise gifts for you inside of the blueprint. And the chord you're going to need for this is a D, D sus, and then an E, D7, and a G, and a D. Back to the D. This is just for the intro, okay? So it starts out, I'll play it slowly, it's something like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm taking that D chord and I'm basically coming down on it and then hitting my pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E, back to the D. And then on the E position, I hit an E chord, regular E chord. And then I hit an E7th, which is 3rd fret with my pinky on the B. Okay, this is John Lennon's part. And then just a G chord. So here's what the picking sounds like. I'll do it with a pick, it sounds like this. So that's the basic guitar part to the intro. And of course there are several other guitar parts that I could get into, but I'm not gonna in this lesson. George Harrison does like he does a Ricky 12 string. But that's another day. I just want to teach you the basic moves in the first position so you can play it. And then I'm gonna give you some special sauce at the end, okay? So once again, the intro in real time. Get into the verse. And the verse is just an easy strum. So that's just D, E, G. Okay? Then we go to a B minor. It's a B minor to G, B minor to E. So B minor. Part for you and do it real slow so you get it. So we got the verse, which is D, yo, G. I'm just going to mark the chords for now. D, G, I need you, back to D. And then the B section goes to B minor, to G, back to B minor. And I do an E7th here. Okay? We got that open D. That's an E7, so just like an E. And just lift your 3rd finger up. Okay? G. Okay, so let's go over that whole thing one more time. I'm going to do it up to speed, and this is, I'm going to call out the chords as I go. D, G, and back to D. B minor, G, B minor, E7th, back to your D. D, G, D. Okay? So now we've done the intro, the verse, the B section. And then here comes the bridge. Goes to A. On B minor, I love you. And then E, days a week to G, not enough A, sure I care. Okay, So let's go over that again slowly. So we've done the intro, we've done the verse, and we've done the B section. Now to the bridge, A chord. Now you can hit that A chord like this if you want. 8 days a week, perfectly fine. And then B minor, you got to do B minor. And then you just go to a regular E. And then G to A. It's not enough to show I care. So that's the basic strum, is just John Lennon just chopping wood. Okay, and so that's 8 days a week. Now what I want to do, I always try to show you guys my version of songs, because when I'm playing a Beatles song or any kind of classic song, I tend to try and make it my own in some way, shape, or form. And I was laughing with my buddy Austin here, my camera guy. He said, yeah, you know, Paul McCartney plays a great bass line on that. And he goes, yeah, it's true, he does. So how do I sort of replicate that in a strumming of an acoustic guitar? I'm not sure. So I came up with this little thing, and I'll show you. For those of you that are ambitious, I'm going to do it finger style because I like doing it that way. But I go like something like this. So good. I go. So I'm going to take that apart for you. It's a little bit ragtaggedy, but that's the way I like it. So I'm going to do it with the pick this time. So I go, I'll give you a slow motion of what I do. The notes go like this. There it is. Right? So that's a little bit ambitious, I know, but if the way I do it is I do this D, I shift, I go from that, I take my pinky and put it on that D note, the B3, and I put my second finger on the second fret of the G string, and that way it gives me room to go, and then to an E chord, kind of ghost it, you know, and then G chord. So what it does is it gives the illusion of a bass player walking with just one guitar. So let me try that one more time, see if I can do it. I'll do it real slow, and then I'll do it up to speed. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's my little rockabilly trick that I do on this song. Up to speed, it sounds like this. It's a little messy, but I kind of like it. 8 Days a Week by the Beatles. I know I'd be remiss if I didn't show you that last little gig, because we were talking about that earlier. And he goes, what about the high one he does on the Rickenbacker? Come on, you got to throw that in there. So I'll show you that. So you got your 10th fret version of D, which is, you know, it's that D. If you barred it, it'll look like that. But we're not going to worry about that. So what you do is you play that D and just open up that E string. Brilliant lick, by the way, by I think George is on this one. So you got your D string rings out, and you take your third finger and you go to the 12th fret on the B string. Got it? And then right up to the 12th fret for an E chord. And you're still letting that D string ring out. It's okay, because that D chimes through the song. And then up to your G position, which is 12, 13, 14, 15th fret. And I like to hit an octave D here. That's because you could hit, that's fine too, but I hit this one. No, Wilbury's chord. So let's take it slow, and then I'll do it at the speed. And if you're interested, I think George does a something like that. He has like a drone. There's a lot of great guitar parts in this song, but for our purposes today, I did show you that little cookie there, but for our purposes, I think just straight is fine, you know. Nice easy strum. Nothing wrong with that. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I know I went to some uncharted territory there, but I always like to show you all, you know, what I do live. When I do it live, whether it's with one guitar or a couple guitarists, I like to throw that little bass line in if I can. If that's too advanced for you, don't worry about it. Just do what I showed you and play it just real simple. That's the way the Beatles did it, and it worked out pretty good for them. So we'll see you down the road.